They gave him his fair chance, put a monitor on him, and said, behave yourself, be a good boy. And he has failed to do that. Now he is not wearing that monitor, and he's on the lam. He's running. We don't know where he is. So we are appealing to the public, please keep your eyes open, be aware of your surroundings, and if you see or hear anything, let the marshal's office know. Let the local police departments know. We need him off the streets. We worry for our safety. My wife and I are raising our 2 grandchildren now. We worry for their safety, and we worry for the safety of the public. So please, help us find him.
Who is he talking about, and what did he do? Well, he's talking about a man named Trent Paschal. And that man is the father of a woman named Savannah, who was married to Trent. She was murdered. Trent Paschal was charged with that murder, but was out on bond with an ankle monitor, right? Keep track of him. But he's now on the loose. And there is a search for this man who is potentially extremely dangerous, so you can see how worried he is. Now, for those of you who don't know the backstory here of Trent Paschal, Chanley Painter has more for us tonight.
Trent Paschal's Facebook photos reflect happy times with his wife and 2 children, but his social media activity took a dark turn with this video, which has since been removed from the web.
I'm so sorry that I've done this. I want you to know that you mean everything to me.
Paschal is apologizing to his children for doing the unthinkable.
I didn't choose this. Your mom chose this. She's been cheating on me for a long time.
Paschal appeared to have made this video soon after allegedly killing their mother. It will likely serve as evidence in a criminal case against the Texas native.
We have required that video recording and intend to use it for prosecution purposes.
According to the probable cause affidavit, on October 21st, 2020, Savannah Paschal was at her mother's home in Lamarck, Texas, when she was allegedly ambushed by her estranged husband.
He was hiding within the bathroom inside the residence of the victim's mother's home, waiting on their arrival, and upon their return ended up jumping out of the bathtub where he was hiding and said that he was going to shoot them, and the mother and the victim were making attempts to escape. The mother was able to escape, and unfortunately the victim was not, and ultimately succumbed to the injuries inflicted by the defendant.
Trent Paschal is accused of fatally shooting 30-year-old Savannah Paschal in the stomach.
Ultimately, he'll be charged with murder.
The probable cause affidavit for Paschal mentions a recording of a telephone call Trent made to Savannah's aunt, confessing that he shot Savannah. At some point before his arrest, Trent recorded this 4-minute, 22-second video posted on YouTube.
There's an 18-year-old difference in her age, and I knew she was kind of too young.
Paschal appears to offer a motive for the alleged attack.
She's been playing me for a fool. I told her not to mess with me, not to mess with my emotions. Don't play with me. I got an audio where she was calling a guy yesterday on her way to get her eyelashes done, and she said, "Hey, baby," and he goes, "Hey," and I was like, "That's not my voice. Why is she calling somebody else baby?" Then she started talking about a dream and everything, and she had with them too about sex.
Paschal goes on to defend his actions.
I've done everything I can. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm like, why me? My hair's a mess and I look horrible. Oh, sorry. Take these off.
The video abruptly ends after Trent looks off to the side and then quickly moves away with the camera. In addition to the murder charge, Paschal will be facing aggravated assault charges in nearby Harris County, where police caught up with him. According to investigators, Paschal pulled a pistol on the arresting officer and was shot and wounded.
The complaint states that he used or exhibited a deadly weapon, which would be a firearm, while against a public servant that he knew was executing his official duties.
Unbelievable. On the loose tonight. Joining us now in Houston, Texas, the Southern District of Texas Public Information Officer for the U.S. Marshal Service, Alfredo Perez. Alfredo, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having us and helping us out with this case.
Okay, first of all, how did he get out of that ankle monitor?
We're just guessing. He had been wounded in a shootout during his initial arrest. We're thinking that his leg was just swollen and the ankle monitor was his leg swelling went down and the ankle monitor slipped off. We're thinking that's probably why he was doing all these things while he was on bond. And everyone's on the ankle monitor.
So this guy just seems to me to be extremely unhinged. I mean, the first time I watched that YouTube video, I said, this guy is dangerous beyond dangerous just by listening to him. I was shocked, first of all, to learn that he was out on bond. I mean, this is a guy who was accused of murdering his wife, ambushing her, and then pulled a weapon on officers when they were trying to apprehend him.
Yeah, he's totally, like you said, unhinged. I mean, on the video, it makes it cringe. I'm cringed that he would say, my hair looks horrible, I look horrible. And he's just worried about his looks right before he does something heinously wrong. And then obviously, during his months out on bond, he's committing more felonies. You know, he's pulling knives on innocent people and stealing from them. The guy graduated from just being a common thief to a violent killer.
So give us an idea of how dangerous he is, how dangerous you believe he is, how desperate he is, and what do you think he's going to be doing now? Because you're on the loose. I mean, you've got to eat, you've got to sleep somewhere, you've got to, so how do you think he's, staying out of sight?
Well, before, he's a thief. He knows how to get around the system. That's all this guy's known, is to be a thief, just be a bad guy. He doesn't follow the rules. He's never had a job, probably doesn't own an alarm clock, so he has to wake up to go to work. He preys on innocent people. And what we set advise, we're doing everything we can, and I guarantee you, the men that are assigned to look for this guy, they're not stopping.
So, when did you guys first realize that he had absconded, and what were you able to track any movements that he made when he first absconded?
Well, so he had missed his court date back December of 2020. We arrested him then. He got re-released on bond.
Re-released?
He got caught in a smaller...
Catch and release. You guys catch him and the judges let him out.
So then he got arrested again in Friendswood, a small town right outside Lamarck, and for having stolen plates, and gets released again. And the last time that we really had any inkling of where he was is when he test drove a 2013 black Chevy Tahoe. Was test driving it. The salesman got in the passenger seat like any test drive would go. The only thing is, once they got on the freeway, he pulled a knife out on him and said, either get out or I'll kill you. So, and that was the last week of April of this year.
So at this point, I mean, he could be almost anywhere.
He could be anywhere.
Do you think, does he have
Yeah.
any connection? Do you think he could survive if he left the country and went south, like perhaps down to Mexico or another country even further down?
I hope he goes to Mexico. They'll take care of him down there.
So let me ask you, Alfredo, if someone suspects that they see him, what exactly do you suggest that they do and don't do if they spot Trent Paschal?
All right, obviously, don't take matters into your own hands. Just be a good witness. The other thing is to call our Crime Stoppers program down here. We have a very robust Crime Stoppers program. It's the phone number 713 IPS, IPS, and we're offering an $11,000 reward for his location. We just need to know what hotel he's staying at, if he's in a tent, if he's sleeping underneath a freeway. Personally, I don't think he's that rough to sleep out in the elements. He's going to need a hotel, and he's probably going to scam or con someone to let him live with him.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I saw it as the other part of this is, you feel so bad for the children, and then the parents of Savannah who spoke out. They've got to be absolutely terrified at this point.
Yeah, they're having a hard time. And that's why we want to get him into custody quick. And this time, keep him in custody. The family can't sleep. They're terrified. And that's what all law enforcement officers do. That's our job, is to make people feel safe. And we can't do that with this family, not with this animal out there.
And just to review, this is a guy, again, accused of murder. When officers go to arrest him, he pulls a gun on them. Then he gets out on bond, and while he's out on bond, he's arrested twice and released twice. Am I crazy, or is one of the conditions of being out on bond that you don't commit any other crimes? Isn't that the way we usually do it?
That's usually a condition of release, yes.
It's unreal. It's unreal, and I'm shocked. Is this common in Texas?
I think it's becoming common, unfortunately, all over the United States.
All right, you get a chance. Okay, you're presumed innocent. We get it. But then, while you're out on bond for murder, you're committing crimes, and the judges are letting you back out, and then this happens. A knife gets pulled on, and he steals the car. Now you got a family terrorized. You've got a community terrified. And the U.S. Marshals are looking for this man, Trent Paschal. Give us that phone number one more time, because I think we missed it. We had a little problem with your connection.
All right, it's 713-222, and the letters TIPS. 713-222-TIPS, and that's a Crime Stoppers of Houston. It's totally anonymous. I mean, they don't want your name, they don't want your phone number. They just want the information, and that information will be passed on to our team members that are on the team hunting this guy down.
Unbelievable. We're looking at different photos of him. He's like a chameleon. He can make himself look a whole bunch of different ways, but for whatever reason, he likes that ugly mustache, so that might be an indicator. Although he might have shaved it,
yeah.
But there he is. Alfredo Perez, U.S. Marshal Service down in the Southern District of Texas. Thank you, sir, and we'll continue to keep his picture up and remind folks.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, there you have it, folks. Information, please. Think about how scared those grandparents are for their grandchildren. You don't know. This guy's unhinged. You have no idea what he could potentially do. Let's get him off the streets tonight.